He's Jason Giambi. It's been a long time. Former All-Star and now retired. Where have you been?
I've been laying low. Trying to stay out of the limelight and trying to keep myself out of trouble.
All right. It's been 12 years.
I know. Well, you owed me money from the strip club that one year, and I just want to run up your interest for a lot of years.
I did go to a strip club with you, and I think it was your girlfriend who's now your wife, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Kristen.
Good times. Good times. How've you been, buddy? I let you were able to spread your wings in NFL, and wow, the show's unbelievable, bud.
How lucky are you that you didn't have social media and cell phones 12, 13, 14, 15 years ago?
Oh, my retirement would have happened 12, 13 or 14 years ago.
But we had, now, in all seriousness, though, we did have a falling out of sorts. And I don't know if it was because what happened with the Yankees and the way I approached it, or did you feel I abandoned your, but it did bother me because I thought you were one of the best people I'd met in baseball. Great guest, obviously, but a good, fun person. And it bothered me that we had a falling out.
Well, I had to lay low. I love you, and it doesn't matter. Well, you had some great times, and I'm back now.
All right. But we're okay?
Yeah, we're great now.
Okay. All right. So where are you living now?
In Vegas, Las Vegas.
Oh, what could go wrong there?
No, nothing.
That's a lay-low town there, Jason.
Yeah, exactly. I can blend in.
Maybe go to Utah to blend in, or Idaho, but not, Las Vegas.
Well, I just figured I could blend in with the rest of the degenerates.
Oh, great.
No, I'm just kidding. No, I'm clean living now. I have clean living.
What do you mean?
Haven't drank in 5-6 years. Nothing. Clean living. Got 2 young kids, a 4-year-old.
Oh, my God.
Oh, it took me a long time to grow up, but I finally grew up.
But how was drinking getting to be a problem as an athlete playing?
What happened was I started to get older, and I couldn't answer the bell anymore. And baseball was so important to me that I didn't want that to be the reason why I stopped playing. And I played all the way to 43 years old.
2002 home run derby.
Yep.
We went out with you the night before. And remember, during home run derby, weren't you throwing up, or you were sick? You were drinking ginger ale and you were sweating up a storm then, and you won it.
Yeah, I did win that year. I don't know. That's when I was in the zone.
Is that what you were in?
I was in the zone.
you were into your cups. We were in the zone with you, I think, that night.
Yeah, we had some good times, buddy.
But retirement, how odd is retirement?
People have asked me a lot, and it's been 1 year now, and it really hasn't. I took the game as far as I could take it, and I had great times and great memories, and I think I was ready. I was ready to let go. Definitely do I miss the guys because, I truly loved baseball. It was fun, and I had great times, and that's all I ever wanted to be. But I think the biggest thing I was ready. I had 2 young kids, and, it was hard to leave them for 10 days at a time sometimes, and I really enjoy it. I don't have to, a 4 and a 2-year-old, I don't have time to be bored.
But I wondered about you as a hitting coach or a manager. And I know you got to spend time with Terry Francona in Cleveland, sort of that player manager, but have you given thought to that? Yeah,
for sure. I mean, I see myself in the game someday for sure. But I just really want to make sure that my family's set and, all of a sudden I'm not running off leaving 2 young kids to my wife. I think it's important that I, give my children a good base before I would do that, because I really feel to be a great manager, a great coach, you have to be there, 100%. You can't be half and half. You have to really want to help the guys and be part of that team.
Well, I could see maybe what Mark McGwire's doing with the Dodgers.
Yeah, I mean, he's got a great setup, being close to home. And, he waited for a while before, his kids were a little bit older, kind of the same program.
He's Jason Giambi, former baseball all-star. In fact, I have the gloves that you signed when we helped you get voted in by the fans.
Yep.
You put D and P and ESPN, and when you got introduced from the Oakland A's, Jason Giambi, and you came out and you put your hands up as a way of saying thank you to the audience. I still have those gloves here in the man cave.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, you got some of the best loyal fans there can possibly be in the game. I mean, I was in Oakland when we were struggling to try to get fans before we kind of, had really turned it around in Oakland, and you guys did an incredible job.
And then I remember the gold thong. Now, was the gold thong with the A's, clear that up, was that a slump-busting gold thong?
Oh, yeah. It never not got a hit. The gold thong never not got a hit. It's amazing. It's amazing. Guys are still texting me to try to bring it out of retirement so they can continue it.
Wait, where is the gold thong?
It's in my closet right now, hanging up in a gold case.
Any regrets?
No, I mean, I really can't. Maybe not talking to you for so long. Maybe that's my only regret.
No.
But I really don't. I mean, everything that I went through, I'm a true believer. It's turned me into the person I am today. And I mean, I'm happy where I'm at in life, no doubt about it.
Yeah, I just didn't think you fit in with the Yankees. I certainly understood it. Just the persona of it. I thought it kind of neutered you a little bit because you were so expressive, so much fun, and then you got there and you had to be a little more buttoned up there.
Yeah, but you know what? To be honest with you, I loved it there. It was incredible. The fans were incredible. If you are a professional athlete and you really love what you do, and to get an opportunity to play for the New York Yankees, who's some of the greatest players that have ever played the game, you have to jump at that. I mean, you don't get a chance. I've always said, no matter what, every player should have to play 1 year in New York just to experience what it's like to play there. I mean, it can be tough. I mean, I went through some of the toughest times of my career, and I, came out a better human being for it, no doubt about it.
But I know you wore 25, and at the press conference that the 2 and the 5 add up to 7, and your dad's favorite player was Mickey Mantle, and that got you emotional. That broke you up when you were saying to your dad, I finally made it. I'm a Yankee.
For sure. That was my dad's favorite player growing up was Mickey Mantle, and, like I said, I got an opportunity to put on those pinstripes.
The product that you're endorsing here, explain Project OPS for people and how they can experience it.
It's really one of the most incredible things I've ever seen, Dan. It really is. It's a virtual reality. So you have your smartphone, and you plug them into these goggles, and before you know it, you can be anywhere, and you look out, to wherever on the mound, and there's this guy throwing you pitches. I mean, it's like virtual reality batting practice. And what myself and Dan O'Dowd and Eon have got together and done is we're trying to set up a program to help kids, learn the strike zone, because a lot of fathers have always asked me, how can my son be a better hitter? And the first thing I tell him is he's got to learn the strike zone. If he wants to be a great hitter, you learn the strike zone, because you could have the best swing. You see it every day in the big leagues. Guys take unbelievable BP and then aren't very good in the game because they just don't know the strike zone. And we really wanted kids to learn how to take an at-bat and get themselves in good positions to hit, and this game teaches that. Teaches them the strike zone. This guy's throwing to you. So if you're a kid in the Midwest that can't go out in the middle of, winter because there's snow on the ground or something like that, you can take this batting practice anywhere you want. And then eventually the game is going to progress into swinging and hitting, as soon as the technology and everything like that. But it's the most unbelievable thing I've ever been a part of. It's
Project OPS online at eonsportsvr.com.
Correct.
And it's designed to improve batting averages, 360-degree training tutorials for players at all levels.
Yeah, and the thing that when they approached me to do it, I was like, how much are we going to charge, for $500,000? They're like, no, $159. Because we really wanted to keep in mind, I mean, you have your kids that play in travel ball who get an opportunity to take a lot of at-bats and games and to prepare them for the future, but there's that kid that might have two parents that work and doesn't have an opportunity to get out there. So it's really inexpensive, and it's pretty incredible.
It's Eon, that's EON sportsvr.com. Do you hear Jeter got engaged?
Did he really? Good for him.
Can you believe it?
I can believe it. Near the end, Jeet had always talked about, someday wanting to have kids, and, I'm super happy for him because there's not a greater guy, definitely.
First ballot Hall of Famer on the field or off the field?
Both. I don't think you could have done it any better. I mean, he put his heart and soul into the game and played and achieved incredible things. And, and unfortunately sometimes certain things have to take a back seat.
Did you get to go out socialize with Jeter?
A few times, yeah. We would go out and have a few sparklers together, adult beverages.
Yeah, good for you.
He's an incredible human being. He really is. Great teammate too.
Did you hang out with A-Rod?
Yeah, I like Rod.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like A-Rod. I'm happy that he had the year that he had, because I know that it would have been a really difficult season not to bounce back, especially in New York and everything he went through. I had honestly, when I had retired, he had texted me and, congratulated my career, and I had texted him, I was really hoping that he was going to have a big year for the Yankees, because I knew, the Yankees needed him to play well. That's a big contract.
Yeah.
They needed him to play well, and I mean, he's gone through a lot. And I know what it's like to go through that, and especially in that town. And if he would have struggled, that wouldn't have been a fun place to be.
I'd like to talk again. Let's not wait 13 years, all right? I mean, maybe 12 or 11 or something, but not 13,
No,
all right?
I could be a regular guest for you.
I'd love to. You know what? The way you approach the game, guys respect you. You're hitting all of that. I'd love to, have our audience understand what we found out, over a decade ago. It's just how much fun you are and how smart you were as a baseball player.
I appreciate that, Danny. How's everything else going?
It's all good. I haven't had this much fun in a long time, and it's one of those where you have to hit the reset button. And I found 4 guys here who we have fun every day. So
I know you guys are doing an incredible job, and thank you again for having me on the show. I'm really honored.
We'll do it again. Congrats with the babies, and thanks for joining us.
I appreciate it, Dan. Take it easy, buddy.
All right, Jason Giambi, Project OPS, EonSportsVR.com.